Welcome to Dirt 5, our beloved rally racing game. This time around, one of the first games with next gen support, better graphics, better gameplay, effects, and ray tracing. Now, with both the next gen consoles having Radeon graphics RDNA 2 based cards and the game's partnership with AMD, it looks great on the consoles and similarly performs very well on the latest RX 6000 CPU from AMD. But what about Nvidia cards? Well, as of now, the game performs strictly okay on Nvidia based systems with poor optimization, frequent crashes, slow load times, really bad textures, and whatnot. Well, this has frustrated the die-hard fans around the world. Personally, when I downloaded the game on the 7th of November, I literally got about 45 FPS on high settings with, as I said, bad textures. But thankfully, an update which happened about 4 days ago has helped a lot. Now I'm getting about 65 FPS on ultra high settings. So, what I have tried is to make my visual experience better, since I can't help with the textures by using Nvidia filters. Go Team Green! What I noticed is that the PC version game has a yellowish tint, a yellowish hue all over it. It's not on consoles and not prominent on systems running a Radeon graphics card. I think you understand what I'm trying to say, right? Now let's make the game better, shall we? Okay, so this is how my game looks at ultra high settings. But what if I did this? See the change? Let me tell you how I did it. Okay, by Alt F3 will open game filters. As you see, I have added 3 game filters: brightness, contrast, colors, and details. In brightness contrast, I've kept exposure at 0, contrast at about 21%. Too much or too less is not good for us. Highlights will be about 50%. It has minimum effect, so we'll keep it at 50%. Now I've kept shadows at -10. This is to compensate for the night mode, the night map. And then I've kept gamma at 0. In color, we'll keep the tint color at 20, tint intensity at 30, and temperature will be the main thing. We do not want it high because we want to reduce the yellowness, or low. We'll keep it just right at about 13 or 12. Let's go for 12. Yeah, 11.6 is good. You can change this according to your monitor. It's good for me now. Vibrance at 0. Now we'll keep the sharpen at 50, clarity at 50. Now HDR toning will be at 40. As you see, too much brightness and too much hue, so 40 is okay. And bloom at 15, that was default. And that's it. I'm not adding any other filters because we do not want any other change right now for our game. We are not adding night mode or paint effect or anything else. Yeah, as you can see, special effects, now we do not want them, so delete it. So those are the only 3 filters I'm using among these all filters, which are nice and which helps me in better gameplay. As you can see the difference. Okay, so now looking at the mountain, when I turn it off, You can notice the blur and less details on the mountain. Now when I turn it on, the shadow looks better, the image is clear. Looking at the shadows of the vehicle when it's off and when it's on, looks better according to the global illumination. The textures of the vehicle as well looks better and clear. The color looks more vivid when I turn it on. Have a look at this tree when it's off and when it's on. I can see much farther and much clearer. Moving on to the night map. Now, looking at the mountain above, it's barely visible. Also, the lights here, the glow on these lights is nowhere to be seen. And it just looks lifeless to me right now. But when I turn it on, I can clearly see that there's a mountain and the glow on the lights is clearly visible and distinct. Looking at the glow on the tree from the blue lights, when it's off and when it's on, is clearly visible and better when we have turned the filters on. The undershadow near the poles is much clearly visible and looks much better. I hope you like the NVIDIA filter. Do let me know in the comments down below how was my driving and enjoy the next clip.